you were here Wednesday, we saw the part of the law where God laid that out. You don't follow demonic worship, he told them. That which began as being done in secret there in Israel became open, flagrant sin right in the temple under people like Manasseh, tempting God by living in the full awareness of their rebellion. This is what people do today. They do that because it produces a heightened sense of sinful pleasure. It's very sick. But Israel, devolved to that state. And the idea in the first part of verse 5 is that the rebellious Jews practicing these pagan rituals mocked the Jews who didn't, believing that they were more spiritual by engaging in these different behaviors, sacrificing in gardens, sitting in graves. Dude, the Bethel Church does grave soaking. They go into graveyards and they hang on people's tombstones who, these saints of old. And they think they're going to get some kind of a spiritual thing. And they think, we're more spiritual because we practice these magical arts. These people have done this throughout the days, telling those who didn't to keep away, we're holier than you. But God says at the end of verse 5, these are smoke in my nostrils, a fire that burns all day long. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but will repay. Even repay in their bosom your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, says the Lord, who have burned incense on the mountains, blasphemed me on the hills. Therefore I will measure their former work into their bosom. Now, verse 6 is speaking of the fact that God keeps very precise records. You see that right here in the Bible, books like 1st, 2nd Chronicles, Ezra, several others. God's judgment is going to be based upon substantial documentation. People think AI is just the most incredible thing they don't have a divine God who is omniscient and who has, angelic hosts keeping records the way he knows everything. It is written before me, he says, speaking of the formal justice that is going to be meted out upon the guilty when the books are opened, Revelation 20, and people's sins and their guilt will be revealed as evidence. God is a just judge. You're very just in the way you're judging. And another book is opened, the book of life. And anyone not found written in the book of life was cast in the lake of fire, Revelation 20, verse 15. But see, as I said, because God is perfectly just in his judgment of the unrepentant, I can be assured that my salvation is based upon a perfect, divine, justified forgiveness.